Good evening. Thought I'd do another drive with Dom. This is week 2 of qualifying, and this is the first heat of the night for Group 1. So we're actually the third group heading out tonight. Let's see. Right in front of me is Christopher Casola in cart 13, and in front of him is, I believe, cart 17 with Randy Enterline. Anyway, let's press play and head on out. So the track actually felt really pretty good tonight, right from the get-go. I believe in this heat, I take 4th position with a 46.7. So for first heat of the night, being in the 46s is quite good. So yeah, it wasn't a slip and slide, but it was challenging nonetheless. I thought I drove pretty well, but I think I was driving one of the corners a little bit differently than I normally do. And no really good reason why either. Just sort of played out that way. All right, so we're off. So I'm gonna look up the lap times as well. So let me do that real quick. Okay, I've got the lap times ready, and we're heading down towards the start finish where we will begin our first lap. So here we go. This will be the start. All right, so right away, so right away Mr. Casola gets in front of Mr. Enterline, who I'm now behind. And he points me by. Thanks very much. All right, now I have to do me some Casola hunting. Oh, he gets a little bit of wall there. Goes a little bit wide, but ooh, look at that. He strangles the hell out of that. Let's see that again. Hang on. All right, things go a little pear-shaped for him. Hits the wall. Ends up going way too far right there, and is diving into this corner super narrow. Pushes out to the left, bounces off the wall, and didn't lose any time. All right, so that would be, I believe, that would be lap 1, I believe, with an opening 49.32, putting me in 5th for what it's worth. So, yeah, you can see the track's pretty warm, or at least the tires are pretty warm, because usually when the tires are really cold, you push a lot through here. Now, I think I am doing a little lifting, but let's find out. I can't really tell. But in any case, it's plenty grippy. So this was an important one for me to get right, which I struggled with. The double apex left here. Really important to be especially tight to this apex here so that you can get a good exit. And I have quite a few laps where I don't do that well. He really does take a tight line through there. I'm not sure why, but he's got all the speed in the world on me. All right. So that would be lap 2, 48.523, putting me in 6th. I hit the wall. So I feel like this turn down here, I was doing a little differently this time, a little rounder. I would say like going in deeper and having a tighter turning radius. As you can see, like that almost feels like it was too tight. Let's see that again. So we want to go back to here. All right, so that would be lap 3:47.905, sixth place. So this feels like it's holding really well. This part here wasn't challenging tonight, but this part here was, for some reason. A little too tight there, and you can hear I clipped it. So I don't have, let's see, how bad is this exit? Okay, first apex. It's not bad. It worked out. All right. So there I am using all the width on the exit, but I'm doing it rounder. Who am I pointing by? All right, I'm pointing by cart number 1, which would be Callan. Mr. Calvin Rojas. Oh, and by the way, that was lap 4 with the 47.963 P7. And obviously this is going to be a slow lap 5 since we had a pass or a wave by happening. Let's see what happened to Calvin there. Ooh, yeah, I guess he goes out too far wide there. All right, so I think that was the slow lap 5, 50.051 seconds, putting me down in 10th place. It's a really interesting track in a lot of ways because how we drive it has changed over time since it was new a couple of years ago. And I have to say that this incarnation of it, being lower grip, but slower. Okay, so lap 6 is now a 47.466, putting me up to 7th. So yeah, the lower grip and the lousier tires really makes it more challenging. While it would be fun to be super gripped up again, this is interesting driving to be doing too. All right, so that's what I mean. Like okay, watch how I'm ever so slightly bit. So I'm not quite tight enough here. You can see I'm going to be, I don't know, a couple inches wide. Yeah, I'm wider than I'd like. My front wheel isn't on the paint here. So that pushes me out a little bit more to the right, and then I have to compensate here. But it's okay. You know, it's funny, like this whole section down here, where you catch the apex before the ramp apex that then spits you out onto the technical bit below. This more and more just seems to be about feel, because it changes kind of like with every night, the track surface. But the feel of it is that I think if you reduce speed a little bit sooner back here, you can drive more aggressively, or at least more gripped up through that next part without having to reduce as much throttle. You don't want to get pushed too far left towards the wall, because that limits your options. But I think as far as this apex here, I think there's probably different ways of doing it. I kind of take a pretty early-ish apex, I would think, compared to many here. Some I see go out wider. Just try to, you're fully on the power and you're just trying to manage the grip. So yeah, like I'm doing this in a really odd, tight way. Watch the exit. It seems to work. I'm just not sure if it's good. All right, so that would be, I believe we're now down to lap 7, and we improve, or not, if that's lap 7, it's a 47.56 for P9. Or it could be lap 8, 47.547 for P10. So it looks like me and Calvin have had pretty clear track here for a little while, but it also looks like we're coming up on traffic, which is a pity. Again, too wide out of that exit makes me feel like I have to be too vertical there. It's not that you can't adjust for it, you can. Not as tight there as I usually am. God, that was fun though. So, you are full chuffed, through. So from, you're full throttle, 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 etc. And it feels really good. If you can do it without sliding. All right, so it's either lap 9, 47.145, or lap 8, 47.547. Very late to apex there. Taking out speed here. It depends on how you hit the wall. Sometimes it doesn't punish you. much. All right, so either that was lap 10, 46.771, which would be the fastest lap of the race for me, putting me temporarily in P2. Or that was a 47.145 lap 9. That looked like a pretty good lap. So Callan up ahead of me has now just passed someone. All works out nicely. All right. So that's either the 46.771 lap 10 or 46.839 lap 11. I bet you that was... So I wonder who is ahead of us. Could it be Chris Casola again? I don't think so. All right. I'm going to guess that was lap 11, 46.839. Hang on a second. All right, so car 3 ahead of me is Dom Casola. One little steering correction there. So I'm guessing that's lap 12, 47.0. Okay, so I pull quite a bit on him there. Interesting. Not sure why, but I pulled a bunch on him there. Well, this is fun. Dom's a really good driver, so he's a good one to get to follow. Alrighty, so that was either lap 12 or lap 13. I don't know what the lap 13 lap time is because we stopped at 12. And I think we're on our cool down lap, but you never can tell, so I think we'll keep going. at some point they manually slow you down or automatically slow you down. Are we finishing this lap? No, we are not. This is what I mean. Boom. Well, that was a pretty exciting and fun race. Like I said, I ended up coming in P4 because in lap 10 I did a 46.771. Dennis Ray won the evening with a 46.267. And then Callan, who I was chasing for a bit there after I let him by, did a 46.295 for P2. And then Nicholas Medway with a 46.653 was P3. And then me in P4 with a 46.771. And then this is where it gets interesting. Ramiro Lopez, Christopher Casola, and Jordan Chen in positions 5, 6, 7 are also 46.7s. So I did a 46.771. Then you've got Ramiro with a 46.787, Chris Casola with a 46.788, and then you've got Jordan Chen 46.8, followed by Randall Koger in eighth place with 46.9, Tim Sullivan, or rather Dom Casola with 47.006 for ninth place. And then in 10th place, we got Timothy Sullivan with a 47.064. Then Randy Enterline with a 47.099. Followed by Tom Hoff in 12th with 47.316, and then finally Sasha in 13th with a 47.731. So a really tight distribution. I think that's about as good looking as it's going to get. The leaders aren't crazy too far ahead. The last person isn't way off. So, well done, everyone. Good fun. Really enjoyed it. Got to drive with some good drivers and had a good time. So thanks for watching.